Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Garcia, pronouns he, him, his. My goal is to convey the symbiotic relationship between deforestation, zoonotic diseases, and air pollution. Some of the reasons why deforestation occurs are due to agricultural use, grazing, use of timber for fuel or charcoal, infrastructure expansion, and both legal and illegal logging. Many countries have been victimized by illegal deforestation due to relaxed environmental policies or laws and due to insufficient funds. Most illegal logging derives from international companies that do not replenish trees. The impacts of deforestation can be categorized into three major components, such as environmental, economic, and social. As the rate of deforestation continues to steadily increase every year without the enforcement of any protection policy or laws, we can also expect an increased risk of zoonotic disease outbreaks due to exposures to new bacterial and or viral pathogens. Zoonotic diseases are caused by bacteria or viruses that spread between animals and people. Risks of infectious disease outbreaks are higher in rapidly deforested tropical regions. Nearly 50% of zoonotic diseases that have emerged in humans are associated with agricultural drivers. Approximately 3/4 of human emerging infectious diseases are caused by zoonotic pathogens. Understanding how the rates of viral chatter respond to anthropogenic land use changes, such as deforestation and mining, that affect the density of wildlife species and the prevalence of viruses that affect them will be critical for predicting hotspots of disease emergence. Another environmental effect of deforestation is the release of carbon into the atmosphere as a gas, contributing a huge role in climate change. There is an annual average release of 0.8 to 0.9 gigatons of CO2 emissions just from protected forests. Conversion of deforested land to pasture, agriculture, and urbanization will continue to produce ongoing carbon emissions, causing a higher concentration of air pollution. The anthropogenic impact has diminished the number of trees on Earth by 46%. It is estimated that there are over 3 trillion trees around the world, but more than 15 billion are cut down each year. Due to the deforestation of old-growth forests, there has been an increase in the world's carbon emissions by 10 to 15%, rising global temperatures and causing ecosystem disruption. Furthermore, deforestation takes on the responsibility of particulate matter release, often referred to as particulate pollution, ground level ozone, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and lead. These pollutants can harm human health, harm the environment, and cause property damage. Fine, smaller particles called PM 2.5 are more dangerous because they can get into deep parts of your lungs or even into your blood. Particulate matter emitted by biomass burning during land clearing, the most widespread driver of premature human mortality in tropical regions, have aggravated health impacts of the current pandemic, as air pollution exacerbates the respiratory problems resulting from COVID-19 infection. Therefore, enforcing stricter laws and policies that protect the forests, such as adopting land, geotagging, DNA analysis of tree and plant species, securing land tenure that protects indigenous peoples' rights, can increase carbon sequestration. Also aids in water purification, nutrient cycling, and maintains the healthy diversity of flora and fauna. Simply adopting 335.4 to 466.1 million hectares of non-degraded forest from 2020 to 2050 can avert 5.52 to 8.75 gigatons of carbon dioxide. Not only would this approach conserve and mitigate carbon emissions, but it would also have constructive influences over ecosystem services that include habitat, erosion control, soil building, increased pollination, preservation of resources, water regulation, water supply, and environmental justice for indigenous communities and rural communities that thrive and depend on the forests. The main focus of forest restoration is to manage long-term resilience by restoring functionality and maintaining natural ecosystem. The use of degraded land enhances plant growth and microbial activity, increasing biomass, promoting soil carbon sequestration, and improving food security by improving yields. Adopting and practicing regenerative agriculture and agroforestry cultivates biomass and regenerates carbon soil sequestration, which mitigates climate change and reduces the amount of air pollution into the atmosphere. Collectively, integrating both forest protection and forest restoration efforts can lead towards a more substantial and beneficiary change on both a local and a global scale that strongly influences human and environmental health. Establishing local and global efforts to protect and restore forests that will decrease air pollution, decrease zoonotic diseases, and not only sustain but increase biodiversity in ecosystems. Implementing strategies to prevent further deforestation and advocate the protection of forests consists of public policy, market-driven mechanisms, and programs that enable wealthy nations and corporations to invest in countries and communities hosting the forests.